Hi everyone, welcome to our market update. Is that your music? Oh yeah, it is your music.
This is actually a listing agent calling about something, but I'm just going to text him back.
Well, okay, well he's getting that taken care of. Thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna have to clear go before. Here's our phone numbers. If you have any questions, please subscribe, please share, reach out to us with any sort of questions you might have. Okay, updated numbers. Active properties has trickled up a tad bit, nothing too crazy on the numbers. I mean, I think about 4,000 last time this year. Let me see where we at right now.
Where were we at last year? Because I think our inventory is way higher than before. Oops.
Let's see active listings.
There. Gotta take out my earbuds, bud. Jeez.
All right, here I'm gonna share I'll share basically the screen. Now again, these numbers. I mean, these numbers aren't the greatest because they do change, but so this is where we were at the end of the year, 5,600, right? Downward trend. We're at 45. Technically, look at the clicker. The clicker is gonna be better gauge of this of it, but it's going downwards, right? We were so crazy low here when we're talking about the 3,000 kind of ballpark. So it feels like there's definitely more choices, but relative. I mean, we're seeing less inventory on the market.
Do you think more inventory or less is going to come on?
I mean, I think there's uncertainty in the market. My opinion, I think there's uncertainty. I don't know how many people I've talked to where they're kind of trying to see how this new president is going to do and how he's going to have effect on basically interest rates. And you hear talk about tariffs and stuff like that. So, I mean, I would think we'll start seeing over the next couple of months more inventory go on the market, just like we see almost every year, right? But I think that it's taking a little longer to get there because of the uncertainty.
It's interesting because if you look just at what came out in the state of California, which was yesterday, which was the insurance commissioner with the California Unfair Plan, basically issued a moratorium saying, we're going to pass all these losses on to you guys. Everyone that has an insurance policy is going to get a new bill increasing their rate, which I thought was massive because they're looking at the amounts of those fires going, hey, they're estimated $4 billion, which it's probably going to be more. But that California Fair Plan, this was just for the Fair Plan. That California Fair Plan only had like 1.8 billion. So there's a massive shortage. And they issued basically a moratorium saying, hey, we're going to basically spread this about every single consumer in California with the Fair Plan, and the current rates are going to go higher than they were before. So I think that's also going to have an effect on the market because if you're buying in California, you need insurance and you got to get the Fair Plan, it's going to be more expensive than it was before, which leads me to believe maybe more people who have the Fair Plan may sell, or the people who are buying that have to buy in the Fair Plan, it's going to be so much more expensive, they'll want a discount. I think there's a lot more uncertainty coming into the market right now just from insurance.
Yeah, I mean, it matters. I mean, a lot of those properties in the Palisades, right, were really expensive houses. And I do see somewhat of a, not softening, but at least a lighter market in that 2 million and up, 1,500,000 and up market. But that $1 million in ballpark and lower.
But that's not even that much now. $1 million for a home doesn't really get you that much now.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at basically the detached price, let me see here's sales price. So if we pull this up, I'm going to present it again. Okay, so we pull it up right now. Not all properties you want to take manufactured home, but for like detached properties, I mean, $1 million is basically the median detached price in San Diego County. I mean, it was, getting close to 1.1, right? Which is pretty wild right there. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely, we talked about it. I mean, the buyer pool in that 800, 900 is really the sweet spot. I mean, you start getting higher and higher, you have to have multiple family members basically using their income to qualify for that purchase.
You know, I'm just going to give you a quick shout out because for those of you who don't know, Vinnie just got his clients into a house for, was it 705 or 710?
710.
710. So if the median price is $1 million, anybody that gets a house in San Diego County that is, let's just say below 900, 850, that's really good to get into the market. If you're getting in the sevens, you're doing a heck of a job because it is very hard to get into places right now, especially the places that are priced in the area, because it's very competitive, because everyone knows a home at 710 versus a home at $1 million is a big difference, like in the mortgage. And mortgage rates they're holding steady, like we've been going over the past couple months.
Something you want to think about too, if let's say you're putting 20% down, or you have the ability to put 30% down, you might want to look at assumables. Assumables, I mean, more people are open to allowing the potential buyer to assume the loan. Now, the difficult part of the assumable is why I'm saying 20, 30%, is the amount that's owed, right, is what they consume, but the difference has to be paid in cash.
Correct.
Right? So if you have that 20, 30% that you're putting down or more, maybe you just say, hey, you know what? I really don't want to look at traditional property. I just want to look at assumable properties. What do you have for me? And that could be an avenue for you to have a more comfortable monthly payment, because you're getting the assumable at 2, 3, 4%. I mean, once you go past like 5, maybe it's not as appealing.
It's not as appealing, but there is literally tons of properties that are available for assumable loans. The problem is, like what you said, most people don't have 300-400K to gap the difference, because anybody that bought a house prior and then refinanced during COVID, they easily paid $300,000-400,000 less than what you're getting it for.
Yeah.
And it's still a good deal for those out there who are well qualified with good down payments. Luckily, I just made a video about this, but it will come out in the next couple of days, so keep your eyes open.
Yeah. So
that was a shameless plug. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, content is good. I know we just talked about assumables, and we're talking about like 2, 3, 4%. What are rates right now?
Let's give a plug just to help everyone beforehand. For those of you that want to find assumable loans, you can actually go to assumelist.com, and that's a service that will give you. Want to pull it up really quick? Just type it in. Watch what happens, Vinnie. That's why I talk. That's a great site you can use. You have to pay for it, but it does show you all the assumable loans in California, Florida, Texas, numerous states. So it is an avenue.
Have you used this platform before?
It just opened up. It's brand new. There it is.
Oh wow! Let's see, San Diego.
You have to. Right? It's not gonna pull it up. It's a subscription service. I think it's like $30 a month. But for those people who are really serious and you want to find everything, that's a website to use right there.
Oh wow, 582 assumable loans in San Diego County.
That's quite a deal. Anyways, to go back to the rates this week have moved up and down. And if you're looking at everything overall, it's going to depend on what lender you talk to. A lot of lenders are going to be 0.5% to a full percent higher. But it's like your average 30-year fixed, you're back down to depending on what type of day in the down payment. But if we're going to go with 740 FICO, 20% down, no point loans on conforming loans in San Diego, you're looking at like between 6.375 and 6.5. APR, add 0.1125 to that. And then the other crazy thing is when you pull up Mortgage News Daily, you'll see there's a huge gap of what I'm saying versus what's advertised, because most lenders are going to be much higher. Your FHA, that site says 6.5. Majority of my deals right now, they're all 5.875. APR, add 0.125, so not that much. It's still substantially way lower than there. And the same thing with VA. VA is the same thing. That's varying down between 5.75 and 5.875. APR, add 0.125. So it does matter greatly who you're talking to. And these rates that are posted here, they are actually pretty good. And they are from legitimate lenders. And, overall, it's your going market. Some lenders are going to be substantially higher than what you see right here. So, choose wisely who you're working with and where you're getting your loan, because the payment makes a big difference, especially if it's, 1/4 to 0.5%, a 0.75 difference. That's a lot of money.
You know what? We've reached our 10-minute limit. Thank you guys for watching describe.